We're here at the XIO booth with Gavin McLaughlin of XIO. And so what are you guys showing at VMworld?
So, the reason we're here is we're a storage company that for a number of years has been producing block storage that gives really good, consistent, high performance, and as well is a very, very high availability. We kind of buck the trend of the storage industry in that what we do is we don't fail drives. We have an architecture that lends itself very well to what we call zero-touch storage. So what I mean by that is rather than having to take drives out of service, do RAID rebuilds, do all the issues that happen with mechanical devices, with both hard disks and solid state, we can actually repair them in background. What that means is we can deliver true zero-touch storage that gives a nice consistent performance regardless of the utilization. So we can have high-performance storage that delivers the same performance at 0% workload as it does at 95% workload. The reason we're here and the thing we're really talking about is what we call our VDI Emergency Response Program. The reason we're doing that is we've had a lot of customers approach us who've tried to deploy virtual desktop infrastructures and have found they've hit an issue with storage. We actually found out recently a statistic that's quite scary, that for every successful VDI implementation, there's about 7 to 10 that fail and go horribly wrong, and invariably that's due to the storage. And we've had a lot of people come to us, so you'll see a lot of people running around the booth wearing doctor's coats and giving out things like VDI Emergency Response hangover kits. The reason for that is a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's because we're getting a reputation of rapidly solving problems with VDI storage. So within as little as 72 hours, we can actually get storage on site that will heal any storage pain that's happening with VDI.
So what kind of results are you seeing with this program?
A lot of it's contact. I mean, it's amazing, particularly at VMworld, how many people are coming up and are saying, yeah, I've had this problem. So the obvious one is we're getting a lot of customers coming up and admitting they're suffering at the moment. But what we are seeing is a dramatic increase in the number of channel partners that are coming to us and solution providers who are delivering VDI solutions. Some of them obviously want to get it right first time, so we are seeing a lot of people asking for some of the reference architectures we built. But more commonly they're saying, I've got a customer that's experiencing this problem, I can't go out and spend stupid amounts of money on storage and throw equipment at it to fix the problem. What can you do to quickly, very quickly and rapidly heal the problem we've got? And that's where we can do things like proof of concepts in around 72 hours. We'll put the equipment on site, get the customer back working again, and then solve the problem. So we've picked up dozens of customers in the last couple of weeks since we launched this program.
So what solution updates are you discussing here at VMworld?
So there's been two primary things we're really showing here. One is our greater depth and integration with VMware. So we've got a lot of things like vCenter Operations Manager, we've got some of our vSphere clients that we've attached. So a lot of it's about the management integration. We've long had a belief in what some people refer to as software-defined storage and the movement of the control plane into the hypervisor. So we have to have the management tools for that integration. But the other thing we're showing is that a lot of people are moving to converged infrastructures where they want to take the risk away. And what we're seeing particularly is that people want the best of both worlds. They want a best of breed architecture, but also to be able to buy it as a solution that someone's built before. So we've done a lot of work with Cisco, with people like Login VSI, a company called Panduit who do racking, to build a converged infrastructure stack. So we're launching here this week something called XPod, which is our converged infrastructure stack, which is being validated by VMware. It's built on Cisco, UCS, and our storage. And it shows a defined very high-end workload for things like 1,500 desktops running into one of our single 3-rack unit 40 disk arrays and showing that the system copes. So what we've been doing here as well is demonstrating that workload, running from a system back in Colorado, and I can show you some of the performance graphs that we're actually running as live demos now.
And can you give us a quick demo?
Absolutely. So this environment is actually running 2 UCS chassis, and we have 16 blades total that we're throwing at this thing. And we're simulating with Login VSI about 1,000 users running right now. So what we're going to also do is we're going to run a reboot storm at the same time. So one of the difficult things for VDI environments is that you have to do a lot of these other functions while you're doing regular operations, and that can really crush a storage array. You know, if your storage array is humming along, what ours is doing IOPS right here, you know, between 5,000 and 10,000 IOPS, you know, if you do a reboot storm, you're going to drop another 30,000 on top of it. So this is a reboot storm that we just did a little while ago, and we just fired off another one. So now we can see the first big hit that always happens at the beginning of the boot storm. Now, one thing you may notice is the lights are changing as well. So because of the ISE RESTful web interface, we can easily write applications to communicate with the ISE. So this is a lighting system called Philips Hue, and is also REST-based as well. So we were able to create a program that basically goes out and pings the ISE and asks it how much it's doing, and then it changes the lights based on activity. So right now we have it set that anything over about 20,000 IOs, everything flashes red, and then below that it just turns a different shade of color. So this gives us a real good visual indication of what's going on with the environment, and just was kind of a fun way to show the open REST-based communication and what you can really do with this kind of thing. So we literally have a storage array that we're getting visual, lighted cues about what it's actually doing. So we just had another spike here, and that looks like that one hit a little less than 35,000 IOs. And again, we're running 500 users right now with Login VSI, and then we're rebooting 400 boxes at the same time, 400 other VMs that aren't part of the test. So last time we did this, the boot storm takes, roughly about 3.5, maybe 4 minutes to boot 400 VMs while we're running production workload. And again, this is why this is so tough. Thank you for watching the demo.